watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
It's really unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. I mean, we're human beings.
A community searching for answers this morning after a gunman killed 10 people during a Lunar New Year celebration at a dance studio. It actually happened in Monterey Park in LA County Saturday night. Thanks for joining us, everyone, here at 6 a.m. I'm Chris Groh in for Eric Connor.
And I'm Neda Irampour, and here's what we know about what happened right now. 7 of the 10 people who were hurt, they're still in the hospital this morning. The suspect is dead after police say he took his own life, and authorities say there are no other outstanding suspects.
The gunman reportedly tried to attack a second dance studio in Alhambra, but people there wrestled the gun from him. Now, we have team coverage this morning. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol is in studio with reaction from organizations here in San Diego, but we're going to begin our coverage with Brian White. He is live in Monterey Park with the latest on the investigation. Brian?
I'm here in the parking lot outside the Star Dance studio where this tragic mass shooting unfolded Saturday night. Now, the crime tape has been removed. The roads have been opened up around here. I'm going to step out of the way and let you see the building here. The mood around here is just one of deep sadness, grief, and mourning for those who lost their lives in this horrific tragedy. 5 women and 5 men were killed Saturday night, with 10 others injured at the dance studio as the gunman opened fire on innocent people inside. All the victims appear to be at least 50 years old. The suspect showed up 20 minutes later to the Lai Ballroom and Studio, 2.5 miles away in Alhambra, where 2 patrons wrestled a gun away from him there before he took off in a white cargo van. Authorities found that van with the suspect inside at a parking lot in Torrance. The LA County SWAT team broke into the van and found the suspect deceased from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. They also found a handgun and other pieces of evidence inside the van linking him to both locations in Monterey Park and in Alhambra. Authorities say there is no more outstanding suspects. The sheriff's office identified him as 72-year-old Hu Can Tran. They served a search warrant last night on his home in Hemet, which is 70 miles away from here. One woman took some cell phone video inside the Star Dance studio minutes before the shooting broke out. She wants to remain anonymous, but here's what she had to say.
He just come and then hold the gun and then start to shoot. I just saw him to shoot, to hold the gun, so I ran and I heard and I hide myself.
Back out here live, you can see all the lights around the side of the building there. A lot of media is staged over there for a makeshift memorial that has flowers and candles that have been laid there to pay respects for the victims. And we're going to stay on this story all morning here on location in Monterey Park. I'm Brian White for CBS 8. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Brian. And right now, authorities are searching the shooting suspect's home. Here is some new video from overnight as law enforcement actually searched his mobile home in Hemet. Attorney General Rob Bonta says that there will likely be a review into how he obtained the firearm used in the shooting. He said he wants to know if there's anything in the suspect's background that could have prevented him from being armed through California's red flag law. Bonta also said he wants to see more change in gun laws on both the state and federal level.
And our federal government can also do more to make sure there's a baseline and a floor of common sense gun protections across the nation.
And Bonta says he also wants to see other states make changes to their gun laws. And this morning, Governor Gavin Newsom is also calling for gun reform at a national level. He visited Monterey Park yesterday to meet with leaders and people impacted by the shooting. The governor has ordered flags at all state buildings to be flown at half-staff in honor of the victims. Meantime, San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria says that there are no threats here locally, but that they are monitoring the situation along with Police Chief David Nisleit and Councilmember Kent Lee to ensure the safety of Lunar New Year events. But Chief Nisleit says there will be an increased police presence during festivities here in San Diego. And of course, San Diego police officers were on high alert during a Lunar New Year celebration in Balboa Park yesterday. The event began with a moment of silence. Organizers also reminded people what this celebration is all about.
violence. We're not going to let that, the Chinese New Year today, the lion dance and everything else, all what we're doing is to drive away all the evil thoughts and evil in people's, in their mind.
And Lunar New Year celebrations typically last 16 days. Today, the Old Globe Theater will host a free family-friendly event. There will be dancing and music starting at 5:30 p.m.
And now this morning we are hearing from local organizations on the issue of gun violence. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol live in studio now to tell us what these groups want to see happen. Dana Marie.
Well, good morning, Netta, and good morning to you at home. The investigation and the devastation in the wake of this tragedy, they say their goal right now is redirecting the pain surrounding this shooting and using it to create real change. Now, the public relations director for the Asian Pacific Islander Initiative says she doesn't want to keep reacting to something that keeps occurring. We spoke to Joanne Fields about reaching out to community leaders to spark conversation in hopes the lives are not lost in vain. She hopes to discuss what could be created, looking at new policies, stricter punishment, gun laws, and mental health care. The LA Sheriff's Department says the gunman used a magazine-fed semi-automatic assault pistol. It's a type of weapon that the sheriff believes is illegal in California. We spoke to the Violence Policy Center, who wants to see changes at the federal level to make it harder for people to get their hands on these types of weapons.
The reality is that in America, anybody with a credit card and a grudge under federal law can build their own army. We are unmatched in the world in the level of firepower that we allow our citizens.
President Biden ordered flags to be flown at half-staff until sunset on Thursday.
Dana Marie, thank you. And now new this morning, 12 people are hurt after another shooting, this one in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Police are still looking for at least one suspect in this. It happened early yesterday morning at a bar after a fight between two groups of customers there. Police say this was not a random act of violence. They do say someone was specifically targeted and others were hurt in the process. And now the preliminary hearing for Larry Miliete could wrap up by today. So on Friday, let's give you a recap. Prosecutors revealed the last known video taken on Maya Miliete from the day she disappeared. They were taken from Ring cameras in the Miliete's neighborhood. Here's an image of one of those shots there. A detective from Chula Vista testifying that after Maya is seen here on camera coming home on January 7th of 2021, she's then never seen leaving again on any of those cameras. The detective said his team also checked border crossings to see if maybe Maya left the country, but found nothing. The detective said based on the evidence, he does believe Larry murdered Maya. The defense attorney suggested Maya could have exited the house through a back door and has not been seen on those surveillance cameras. Well, this morning a woman is dead. One man is recovering in the hospital after a suspected drunk driver hit them in Pacific Beach. Look at this wreck here. This was on Riviera Drive early yesterday morning. Police say the victims had parked their car and they were standing on the sidewalk when another car drove up onto the sidewalk, hitting both of them. Police say the driver, 22-year-old Nestor Hernandez, has a prior DUI conviction, and yes, he has been arrested. And this morning, we're still seeing these big fluctuations between high and low tides, taking you out to the beach. If you have not seen this, it's really impressive. King tides slamming San Diego's coastline over the weekend. They peaked Saturday, Sunday, all due to the astronomical pull from the new moon. And coming up in a few minutes from now, we're going to talk about how you can take advantage of low tide to help clean up our beaches. But look at high tide. I mean, it's slamming against the marine room. So yeah, it was really just wild out there. We had no beaches to walk on on Saturday, Sunday morning.
I was going to say, I saw some pictures that people had posted from La Jolla Shores yesterday, and it was filled with people. Like during low tide, when everyone could just kind of explore.
You had so much land.
Oh, it was wild. And it's so beautiful out there when you see the tide like kind of pull out and you realize like what's under the water when you don't normally get to see it. A little spooky sometimes, but hey, mostly exciting. We're looking live right now at Cardiff as we start off our 6 o'clock hour here. We expect that sunshine is going to be in full play today. We expect that Santa Anas, though, are also going to play a significant role in our day. Santa Anas tend to contribute to that clearing effect. We are still going to have a few passing clouds, but those skies skies are going to clear up quite a bit. We've got sunshine across the county, and we also are going to be seeing drier air out there, so humidity dropping down quite a bit. Temperatures across the mountains are staying on the colder side. 43 is that forecast high, but 60s expected for your coastline, your inland valleys, and your deserts. And we're going to keep those temperatures on a gradual warming trend as we head toward the later portion of the week, really. We see that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in particular are going to be those warmer days. High wind warning and wind advisory both in effect. Those two play hand in hand with this Santa Ana event taking place, but also keep in mind that we in San Diego don't have either of those in play. We are going to see the weaker end of this Santa Ana day, really, and it's going to be today and Thursday that we're watching out for in particular. We're still holding on to the beach hazard statement. That is thanks to those king tides that are going to start to mellow out quite a bit over the course of the week. Remember, this isn't an increase necessarily in wave height. It's just the tide that we're seeing a change in, because risk of rip currents is still only moderate. Wave heights 2 to 4 feet, so nothing too impactful, but we're still seeing that high tide is near 7 feet in some cases. So expect that those wind gusts are still going to be elevated for us in San Diego County, although we are dealing with the weaker end of this Santa Ana effect. We are going to be seeing those sustained speeds in the 10 to 15 mile per hour range, mainly northerly winds, but also starting to pick up toward the afternoon and evening on more of an easterly component there. So the 5-day forecast brings us to a lot of sunshine, a lot of warmth by Wednesday, especially temperatures in the low 70s inland. Thursday and Friday will balance out toward about average. That puts us in that average range finally, with more sunshine on hand, and now a 5-day stretch of dry weather, with our rain chances only picking up as we head into Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Those chances are at a 15 to 24% chance. Still not all that exciting. That means that most of our models do favor wet weather going toward the beginning of next week, but Saturday, Sunday looks to be more of a setting the stage, an increase in cloud cover per se for that wet weather. Let's take a look at traffic this morning. So far, things are light on the roads. Drive times out the door. It's an 8-minute commute on the 5 southbound from the 54 to the border. On the 78 westbound from the 15 to the 5, it'll be a 15-minute commute. And on the 52 westbound from the 125 to the 15, it'll take you 7 minutes in total. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Evan. And still ahead, an audit reveals the city's towing program is actually hurting low-income San Diegans. The possible solutions being presented today.
Plus, we are working for you to find out why we're paying so much for natural gas compared to people everywhere else in the country, and how you can help clean our ocean when it is time for low tide.